This video we're going to talk through some tips for using the mass emailer. On the website, the mass emailer is a tool that state directors can use to quickly send emails to advisors, professional members, users across their state. And there's a couple things that will make usage of that tool a much simpler process. One thing we would suggest is always using a Microsoft Word document to edit your content. When you want to type in a big long email, don't type it all in directly to the website, because if the website crashes or your browser times out or anything happens, you lose all your work. Whereas if you type your stuff into a Word document, you can save it, you can format it, you can do whatever you want in Word and take as long as you want and then paste it into Word. So I'm going to walk through an example of how to do that. I also want to show you how to upload some attachments and send them through the site, because if you want to send an attachment with an email, the mass emailer has a unique way of handling that. It's sent more as a link to a document rather than an actual attachment. And then finally, the last tip I want to talk through is testing your emails before you mass email them. The worst thing you can do is put together a big email and send it to 500 people in your state and then realize, oops, I misspelled something. So you sure want to test it and make sure you're happy with the results before you mass email everybody. So what I've got here is a Word document where I have been working on a bit of a reminder about how to use the professional benefits to access the tech standards and things like that. And I've kind of typed it all in. I've put some formatting in here. I've got a URL that I've typed. I've saved this thing. And I want to put a link here to a PDF that I've got. So I'm going to make a hyperlink to a PDF that I want to send, sort of as an attachment. But like I said, it'll actually show up as a link. And then I've got my address signature here at the bottom. So what I'm gonna do is copy all of this out of my Word document. I'm just gonna copy that, and then I'll be able to paste it in a few minutes. When I get over to the website, on the website I've logged in as a state director here, and what I'm gonna do is go to the mass emailer, and here I can test out putting in my email, put in a subject. What I want to do right now is use the manual entry option. Of course, later on, I'd probably switch to send it to all state professionals or any of the various populate to options there. But for now, I'm just going to send it to my test account. So you can put in whatever test account you want there. You use your own Hotmail or Gmail or whatever. I'm going to put in a subject here. Let me put SkillsUSA in here. And then to get my text here, I could just type it all in down here. And you've got all the tools you'd use, for font and stuff. But what I want to do instead is grab that content I had copied from over here. I just copy it. And when I get into the email utility, the mass emailer, I'm going to use this little button here to paste from Microsoft Word. So it'll kind of clean up whatever I've got in Word. When I click that little paste button, it'll tell me what to do. Just use Control V, which is the hotkey for paste in a browser. So I'm just going to, on the keyboard, press Control V. And there's my text. It's all got the font set up. I'd like a little bit more spread out text here, so I may spread this out with some extra, hit enter a few extra times there. That looks pretty good. Now, this will show up as a link because it's got the HTTP in front of it, but I want to attach a PDF about this. I'm sending in people information about how to get their PIN, and I want to send them a PDF. So in order to do that, I'm going to select this text where I want that to be a link that people will click, and it'll have the PDF right there. So I've selected that text that I want to become the hyperlink, and I'm going to use this button up here to insert or edit a URL. And what I want to do is click that, and it'll ask what document I want to put in. I'm going to browse to look for a document, and that lets me see each state director has their own folder here for their particular state. So I'm logged in as the state director of Virginia, I think now. So I'm going to click here in Virginia. There's a couple of things there. I want to upload something new here by using this upload button. And the document I want to select is my, I think I've got a PDF here somewhere. I just browse around on my hard drive looking for things, documentation. I think I have a PDF called Getting Your Career Essentials PIN. That's the document I want to upload. So I want people to be able to get to this PDF, Getting Your Career Essentials PIN. So I open that, put in a little description there if I want, and I hit upload, and it'll tell me that has been uploaded successfully. So now in that Virginia folder, I have a document called Getting Your Career Essentials Pin.pdf. I have selected that document, and when I click OK, there's a couple of options. You can change a tooltip, you can have it open a current window or a new window, whatever. And now I'm going to click OK, and that link, I remember I had this text selected just a second ago. I had PDF here selected when I clicked this button. And so that basically turns this text into a hyperlink that will automatically link to that PDF. Now I've kind of figured out what I want here. One important thing about these is you always want to include your own director, state director signature or something at the bottom. Don't just leave it blank without a signature, because people won't know who the thing came from. And if they reply, it'll just basically go to a black hole. So you're going to want to put your email contact information there. So I've got my to line here where I'm going to test it with that manual entry option. And I'm just going to send it. Now it'll send the email out. It tells me the sent was successful to approximately 1 email. And then I'm going to wait just a minute and then go check out the email and see if I got it. All right, so when I switch over to my email client here, I've got this email that came from updates. Use your professional SkillsUSA benefits. When I click that, there's the email that came through. Of course, the hyperlink to the login page turned into an actual clickable hyperlink. And this here, over at the far right where it said, for more detailed instructions, check out the PDF here. That link, that's that uploaded PDF document that we put on the site in the Virginia folder. So when I click that link, it'll just open that PDF directly as if it were an attachment. And I like what that says. I like my my signature there. All of the emails that come from the mass emailer will automatically have this appended to them, because if people just reply to this update at skillsusa-register.org email, if they just reply to this, no one's going to get that. You're not going to get that. I'm not going to get that. So we always add this at the bottom. If you have people have questions, they should email you or whatever email address that there at the bottom. So that's perfect. And then once I've tested this and I'm happy with it, that's when I would switch the populate to from the manual entry where I've been testing with my Hotmail or Gmail or something account. I would switch it to say, well, I want, now that I'm happy with this, I want to send it to, let's say, all state professionals. And that'll tell me here, well, now if I send this, it's going to send the email to 592 different people. And I can click the show recipients button to see who those people would be, or hide the recipients to go back. Or if I don't want to send it to all state professionals, I could say, well, let me send it to all state advisors. There's 690 different advisors. Or maybe all users in my state. There's 628 of those. So you can send it to whatever group you want there. So those are the tips for using the mass emailer. Create your content in Word. Use attachments as PDF documents. If you want, you can upload them. Be sure you put them into your state folder so you don't mess up other state directors' folders and have your stuff in the wrong spot. And then test it. You cannot test it enough. Just keep hitting test till you're happy with the content, you're happy with what you're getting, before you blast out an email to all 600 people in your state. And as always, if you have questions, you're not sure how to use it, you need some help, shoot us an email to support@skillsusa-register.org. Thank you very much.